Parker Schnabel stands in the Yukon, where it is cold, and the wind tells him stories about gold. He didn't give up in the gold mines and worked hard. This is something that many people can learn from, but there is one thing. How much does Parker make? How much cash does he have? We're on the hunt for answers today to learn more about this modern-day gold rush hero. Parker Schnabel is a gold miner from Canada's Yukon territory, who is known for how hard he worked and how determined he was to succeed.
We're up to 6,472 ounces.
Having been born in Haines, Alaska, on July 22, 1994, he got a lot of his good traits from his famous grandfather, John Schnabel. Parker learned how to dig for gold at a young age in Porcupine Creek, Alaska, where his grandfather owned a mine. This is when he fell in love with digging for gold. Parker's big break into the money world came when he appeared on the Discovery Channel reality show, Gold Rush. The people in the crowd liked how he thought strategically and never gave up. Park rose through the ranks of the gold business as a youth, which helped him become a rich businessman. He is very dedicated and smart in the mining business, as shown by the fact that unofficial sources say his net worth is $8 million. Still, the exact amount of gold that Parker took out is a closely guarded secret. Gold mining is a complicated business, and miners often keep their production numbers secret to stay ahead of the competition. The full extent of how much the media know about Parker Schnabel's gold mining operations may never be known. Parker keeps breaking the rules in his search for new gold mines and his love for the land, even though he has been successful. He doesn't think things should go in a straight line, and he's ready to take on new challenges every season. Parker bought a mining claim on Porcupine Creek in 2010 when he was only 16 years old. He then started looking for gold with a small group of people. Parker was very good at the art form and had skills and instincts that were beyond his years. He was different from the others because he had a good eye for gold spots that other people missed. He was good at more than just the science of gold digging. He also knew how to do it well. With careful planning and hands-on experience, he came up with a new way to get gold that worked well and made money. His mining strategy was nothing less than artistic, as he changed it to fit the needs of the unstable environment. In the end, Parker Schnabel's story shows how hard he worked, how determined he was, and how skilled he was in the gold mining business. His story shows how important it is to keep going, even when things get hard, and how strong willpower can be when things go wrong.
What you got going on?
So we just got down to gravel here and got the mud off, and I think it's a good spot to test it, right? Because this would be the lowest gravel right now in our cut.
Prospector for gold Parker Schnabel has become a role model for young miners, showing that age doesn't matter when it comes to success in a field where experience always counts for the most. He is now a well-known gold mining prospector who young miners look up to because of how well he has done as a prospector. Parker caught the attention of the people who make the reality show Gold Rush in 2012. The show is about several families who work as gold miners in Canada's Yukon region. Parker became well known because of his role on the show. He used his rising fame to make even more money by becoming a speaker and author and making his own line of gold mining tools. Parker then moved into other fields, like jewelry and clothes. His jewelry business took advantage of the classic beauty of gold and valuable stones to make beautiful pieces that showed how much he loved mining and how skilled he was. His clothing company catered to a small group of thrill seekers and people who loved the outdoors and wanted to look good while they were out in nature. Parker is different from other business owners because he can find open market niches and make good use of them. He can set himself apart from rivals by coming up with new ideas, being creative, and thinking strategically. Parker's path in business is truly unique because he isn't afraid to take risks and face problems head-on. Since he was a teenager working in a mine, he has been through a lot of hard times and setbacks. But he keeps looking for new opportunities and encourages others to do the same. Because he is dedicated to quality, has a strong work ethic, and is always determined, he is a real benefit to the places where he works. Parker's family has always been there for him on his journey. His grandpa, John Schnabel, had a big impact on his choice to go into gold mining. His parents never stopped him from going after his dreams. Parker can do anything if he works hard and doesn't give up. His name was John Schnabel, and he died in 2016 at the age of 92. Even though Parker was in a lot of pain from his loss, his drive was stronger than his grief. He went back to Porcupine Creek, where his grandfather had taught him how to mine. He thought that his grandfather would want him to carry on the family custom and keep the dream of gold alive. Parker's work on his new mine in the Yukon territory was a labor of love that began with his grandfather's lessons and continued with his unwavering commitment. What a huge win it was when the first golden spots were found on the ground.
Probably would have had better odds just going to Vegas with all the money rather than drowning in here.
Parker's quest wasn't over yet, and the way ahead was full of problems and difficulties. He was always determined to achieve, and the memory of his grandfather and the fact that he was carrying on a proud family tradition gave him strength. Parker Schnabel knows that making money and taking care of the earth go hand in hand. He is a successful gold miner and a hero to many kids around the world. As an example of his character and values, he is dedicated to protecting the land and minimizing the bad effects of mining activities. Parker doesn't just use responsible mining as a business slogan, it's how they live their lives. He knows that mining can hurt the environment in many ways, such as by destroying habitats and polluting water. He has chosen to do everything he can to keep the operations as green as possible. As an example, Parker shows this by following strict environmental rules at his mines, such as recovery attempts and water management plans. Parker does more than just follow the rules when it comes to environmental management. It's always his pleasure to go the extra mile and find better ways to mine that are better for the land's health in the long run. Parker is always on the lookout for ways to give back to the environment that helps him, like planting trees or protecting wildlife. Parker is an advocate for careful mining in more places than just his own. He is now a strong supporter of sustainability in the business and uses his power to make people more aware of how important it is to protect the environment. Parker gets other workers to follow Parker's lead and help him protect the environment by giving speeches, going on TV shows, and running campaigns on social media. What I admire most about Parker is how determined he is to face the problems that come with ethical mining. He never avoids tough conversations or choices because he sees them as chances to grow and get better. Parker can find creative solutions that deal with both problems at the same time by realizing that mining and protecting the environment are fundamentally at odds with each other. Parker is a kind man who really wants to make the world a better place, as shown by the good things he does in the Yukon Territory.
We gotta get a name for it. It's hard when it's like that. Which one? That wash plant.
The Macon SD600, you mean?
Yes, that one, exactly.
That kind of kindness doesn't end when he stops digging. It leaves a lasting impression on everyone and everything he cares about. Parker is kind in more ways than just making a check or going to a fundraiser. He is more than just a resident. He has a real stake in the places he lives. He also knows how important it is to build strong relationships with people in the neighborhood so that he can listen to their concerns and work with them to solve important issues. Parker is popular and wealthy, but he stays humble and easy to talk to. He never looks for praise or rewards for the good things he does. He thinks that volunteering in the community is not a duty, but an honor, because he knows how much even small acts of kindness can help people in need, families, or individuals. A star in the gold mining business with a net worth of $15 million, Parker Schnabel is a key figure in the field. His success is due in large part to his appearances on Gold Rush, the famous Discovery Channel show, from which he makes a lot of money with each episode. Parker's fame isn't just due to the money, it's also due to his unmatched skill and talent as a gold miner. His fans have been glued to their screens for weeks, cheering for him no matter what. Parker has made a lot of different kinds of money, not just from Gold Rush. One of these is by starting his own businesses. He has started his own mining company, as well as a jewelry and clothing line, which shows that he can see chances quickly. Because of these businesses, Parker is very wealthy and a major player in the business world. Parker is still humble and down to earth, even though he has done a lot and is very wealthy. Above all else, he values honesty, persistence, and drive. He has never forgotten where he came from as a young miner in Alaska. His honesty and modesty have made him a popular person in the gold mining world, liked by both fans and co-workers. Parker also makes a good living from his gold digging business. He owns claims in the Yukon Territory and regularly pulls out gold. He has started a number of businesses which have added to his wealth. That being said, people are interested in how Parker spends all this money since he is very wealthy. Parker Schnabel has a life that many people can't even imagine, and he does it all with love, grit, and compassion.
Not bad out of the ditches.
Yeah, a lot better than I thought it'd be.
First gold from Dominion there.
Yeah.
That's not bad for the time that the plant had the issues with the water.
Yeah.
Parker knows how to enjoy the nicer things in life. One of his homes is in Haines, Alaska, and the other is in the Yukon Territory. His Haines home is a sight to see. It has 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and stunning views of the mountains and forests nearby. Parker's real estate business isn't just in Alaska. He also bought a vacation rental home in the Yukon Territory. He makes a lot of money from this property because it caters to a wide range of people. Parker decides where to invest in real estate by looking into the market. doing some math and going with his gut. He spreads his money out among different types of assets, like real estate, stocks, and business ventures, to lower his risk and raise his possible returns. Each property in his portfolio is like a brick in his financial future. It gives him security, growth, and the chance to get rich. The most amazing thing about Parker's real estate business is how well he can adapt to new market conditions. Over time, he stays adaptable and sensitive, changing how he invests to take advantage of new opportunities and trends. Parker Schnabel is a famous gold miner and author who is also known for his love of cars and his part on the Discovery Channel show Gold Rush. He has a fleet of high-quality cars, such as a Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon and a Ford Raptor, which is a tough off-road truck. The Raptor stands out because of its custom design, glossy black paint with bright red accents, and big tires, which show that he is brave, ambitious, and ready for the next journey. People love Parker's Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon because it is known for being durable, fast, and luxurious inside. It's a sign of his success and great taste. The Jeep Wrangler, which is also popular with thrill seekers and people who like to be outside, is the most popular off-road vehicle because of its tough design, removable top, and famous four-wheel drive. Parker's needs have been met by customizing the Chevrolet Silverado, which is a versatile and capable vehicle. This makes it a reliable and trustworthy companion for daily driving and off-road exploring. Parker's cars are unique and practical, but they are also a reflection of his personality and hobbies.
I shouldn't be gone long, but I just wanted to make sure you guys were all good and didn't have any concerns or questions.
There is a story behind every car in his collection. Some of them show how much he loves off-road adventures, or how much he loves expensive and stylish things. As things stand, he is living the good life with his real estate and car collection. The real question, though, is what will happen to Parker after that? He is strong-willed and full of energy, so he can do anything. Who knows what other wins he will have in the future? One thing is certain: Parker Schnabel is living his dream in style. Another great thing about Parker Schnabel is that he is a great author. He has written 2 books about his amazing life. Parker's first book, Golden Dreams, the memoir Chasing Golden, Finding My Fortune in the Yukon, is a fascinating look into his amazing journey. Through vivid stories and honest reflections, Parker takes readers on an unforgettable journey, sharing the struggles, successes, and important lessons he learned during this time. Parker had a hard time getting started as a gold miner in Alaska. He was the grandson of famous gold miner John Schnabel, so he spent his childhood around mining and learned the craft from a young age. One of Parker's biggest problems was getting recognized as a legitimate and successful miner in his own right. He did this by renting a claim on Porcupine Creek and starting his own mining operation, even though he didn't have much background or money. People in the mining industry became more familiar with him as his business grew. His ability to find gold in places no one else had looked earned him the respect and reputation of his co-workers. Along the way, Parker met many interesting people who gave him different ideas about the business. This journey of self-discovery, growth, and change showed how brave, stable, and determined he was. Golden Dreams and Audacious Gold, Parker Schnabel's 2 books, give readers a unique look into the gold mining business. In Golden Dreams, Parker writes about his own experiences and encourages readers to go after their own goals, even if they seem impossible. In Audacious Gold, How I Turned Passion into Profit, Parker shares the knowledge, strategies, and wisdom he has gained in the gold mining business. One of the main ideas in Audacious Gold:
He needs to go down a little more, right?
Yeah, but this end needs to go that way, Parker. Like about a foot.
It can't because he needs to go down because the screen deck's in the way.
is how well Parker understands how complicated the gold mine business is. He talks about everything that happens, from searching for and mining to extracting and processing. Finding the best claims is very important, as the book says, because mining for gold is a risky business that rests on getting the best claims, which make the most money. Parker finds and buys some of the best mining properties by doing a lot of research, planning ahead, and having a good eye for opportunities. This has set him up for success in the mining business. In Audacious Gold, Parker tells readers step by step how to get the most money out of their claims. This includes surveys and evaluations, as well as the use of efficient mining methods. Miners can make more money and keep the industry going by improving processes and cutting costs. In Audacious Gold, he talks a lot about how his strong focus on teamwork and collaboration has led to new ideas, efficiency, and success. The best thing about this book is that Parker is honest about the problems and challenges he has faced in his career, such as broken tools, problems with the environment, unstable markets, and problems with regulations. He gives readers the practical advice they need to deal with problems, adapt to change, and succeed in a business that is always changing. Audacious Gold is different from other books in the same genre because the author has a unique point of view and writes in his own style. He tells stories from the field and gives advice on how to run a gold mine business. Anyone interested in the gold mine business should read Parker's work because it is both interesting and useful. Parker Schnabel loves to read and has also been to many places around the world, including Australia, New Zealand, and Guyana. His love for learning about new countries and enjoying the beauty of the world knows no bounds. He often posts about his travels on social media. Parker also has a collection of valuable jewelry made from gold and diamonds. He also likes to collect things that were used in the Yukon Territory and during the gold rush.
Anything less than 5,000 ounces this year is going to put us in a pretty tight spot.
Well, how do we do, Doomit?
Well, we can throw it on a scale and see.
He has put money into a number of tech companies that are coming up with new ways to find and extract gold, which is giving him big gains. Parker Schnabel is still eager to reach the top of the world. Even though he is famous for his writing, travels the world, and has made a lot of money. He is one hell of a guy because he is so determined. In Haines, Alaska, Parker Schnabel, a young gold miner, was born to his grandfather, John Schnabel. John Schnabel was the miner's grandfather. His experience taught him the importance of putting in a lot of effort and the results of each gold nugget that he extracted from the ground. By the time he was 16 years old, he had taken over the family firm and started making deals with prominent figures in the mining industry, such as Tony Beets. He also had the ability to get land leases and demonstrate his capabilities on national television. He had amassed more than $13 million worth of gold by the time he was 25 years old. On the other hand, the high expense of pursuing gold was accompanied by the costs that were associated with operating a mining operation. The equipment that his team had to transport was so expensive that it might be compared to the price of some people's homes. These machines required continual maintenance, operators with specialized skills, and a substantial amount of gasoline. Another mound of cash was labor of some kind. When he made the decision to invest in Dominion Creek, he put $15 million into that enterprise in the hopes of receiving a return that would propel his career to the next level. The celebrity that comes with being on reality television comes with a number of benefits, including admirers, public recognition, and a consistent revenue stream that is not necessarily dependent on the price of gold. On the other hand, it comes with a spotlight that has the potential to make every failure feel a little bit more painful. As a result of Parker's investigation, he discovered that when the cameras are on, people are waiting for errors, which are what keep reality television going. However, despite the fact that his crew toiled relentlessly and put in 75-hour weeks, the weight of leadership was firmly on his shoulders. It wasn't simply that they were employees, they were also the ones who knew him when he was at his worst and in the gutter. Not only did he owe them a wage, but he also believed that this business could continue to function. His personal life was falling apart in addition to the strain that was being placed on his finances. It was during the 7th season of Gold Rush that viewers had the opportunity to become acquainted with Ashley Ewell, an Australian veterinarian nurse. He had been in a relationship with her. The termination of their relationship in the year 2017 left him obviously upset, and the fact that he was emotionally vulnerable in that way does not make mining any different. In the moment that Parker disclosed that he had declared bankruptcy, he accepted defeat, so revealing a level of betrayal that extended beyond monetary considerations.
Walk away.
Yeah, walk away.
I'm gonna go get a thermos.
Is there some gold here?
Yeah, we're gonna waste.
The stark fact that gold mining is unpredictable, hazardous, and may even be downright unpleasant is the subject of this narrative. The devastating disappointment that comes when you pour all you have, time, money, and sweat, into the land and the earth decides to keep its treasures buried is there. The joy of a good haul and the exhilaration of seeing numbers go up are only two examples of the emotions that can be experienced. In his time working in the mining sector, gold miner Parker Schnabel has seen a great deal of failure and difficulty in terms of his finances. In the gold mining industry, the highs are powerful, but the lows cause you to rethink everything, from the decisions you make in business to the relationships you have. Although fame can magnify achievement, it also has the potential to make defeat more isolated. Downsizing is not just about cutting costs. It is also about telling individuals who have put their trust in you that they do not have a job anymore. Parker may have to start making difficult decisions regarding his finances in order to do this. Dominion Creek presents yet another obstacle, which is the looming question of whether or not he will be able to keep things functional. In addition to the need for additional people, fuel, and equipment, the cash flow is beginning to dry up. There have been times when Parker's presence on social media has been a double-edged sword. While social media platforms like his Instagram and Twitter allow him to maintain his connection with his supporters, they also provide the general public with a front-row seat to his shortcomings. It may be challenging to deal with this situation when he is attempting to maintain a positive mood for himself and his staff. The bond that Parker has with his family, and in especially the teachings that he has learned from his grandfather, John Schnabel, is at the center of everything that is going on here.
I mean, this is the engine. This is what powers.
Mitch says the material they're processing is quite sharp and aggressive. This caustic substance slowly erodes tiny screens, cutting them. The damaged screen is removed and replaced with a new one, fastened in place. The screen deck connection is crucial to gold mining. Screens separate larger boulders from finer pay dirt, allowing gold-rich material to be collected. Breaking screens lets big rocks fall through and clog sluice channels. This clog prevents the water from flowing properly, preventing the riffles from catching the gold, which washes out of the sluice box and is lost. Big Red needs to fix the screen to keep processing pay dirt efficiently. Mitch, Tyson, and the crew quickly fix the damage, emphasizing the screen deck's value. With the new screen, the crew restarts Big Red. The effective repair brings relief and satisfaction. Evan's rapid diagnosis saves the squad a lot of gold, proving his value. Over $90,000 is worth 51.6 ounces of runway cut gold. Running Big Red for a week might net $500,000 in gold. Slucifer has been efficient, digesting the chopped dirt and generating 336.05 ounces of gold, worth over $600,000. Parker's team is optimistic because both plants are running well. They appreciate being at the end of their huge mining activity and the effort required to move the wash plants. The crew wants to maximize the season and leave no gold behind as they reach the finish. Parker Schnabel's mining operation is running, but new challenges are straining the workers. Mitch Blaschke is carefully processing a lot of pay dirt from Parker's Indian River claim before the season ends. Mitch has shifted Evan, a young, energetic crew member, from rock truck to loader to help meet demand at Big Red and Slucifer wash plants, which are open 24/7. Despite these achievements, Parker adds a major task. Parker intends to establish a new operation in Alaska's Yukon in 3 weeks, with both wash plants working well in the Bear Cut and delivering over 1,800 ounces of gold.
Big moment. This is what we've been waiting for and working on all day, buddy. Let's do it.
The season's success depends on both plants working, as over half the area cleared, covering 4 million square feet. Mitch Blaschke must free up more land, including the Panama Canal Cut, a 10-acre cut. Mitch must dig up the only road connecting the camp to the current cutting and build a new road while maintaining critical access to the mine site after hitting frozen pieces and ice on the lone road to the camp. As they start this project, they discover the earth is frozen, aggravating the issue. Tyson informs Mitch that too many projects have left them without soil for the night shift. Parker's frequent plan modifications cause tension, but Mitch's crew is determined to finish the last 350 feet of the new road. They connect the new road just in time, allowing cars to dump pay dirt. With the new road, they can pile dirt and run wash machines. Parker's staff is under pressure to maximize gold production with limited time and resources. Machinery runs at maximum capacity as trucks load coarse tailings. Parker's all-or-nothing decisions push the crew. In 12 hours, they finish the road, enabling vital wash plant access. Mitch examines Parker's bold strategy, knowing that gold miners cannot hold gold underground. Justin and Tyson contend with frozen pay dirt impeding gold recovery in the machine. Cold spring weather makes the permafrost refuse to thaw. The frozen substance makes stripping and hauling difficult, despite their best efforts. Mitch agrees to temporarily shut down the plant to melt and strip after discussing the issue. Though risky, they believe it's necessary to maximize gold recovery over time. By freeing up labor and resources, they aim to strip more efficiently when the weather improves. The workforce prepares to melt and strip as the facility closes, knowing that their success depends on their ability to respond to challenges. They take the risk with drive and teamwork, knowing it will pay off. Parker's decision to cease operations on Big Red because of financial worries
There you go. That's dead nuts. I just need a rock. Yukon hammer.
is a deviation from their usual 24/7 running plan once sluicing begins. Parker takes this smart risk due to rising fuel costs and the need to boost income. Parker hopes postponing the wash plant will allow his staff to strip more land and expose it to the sun to thaw. The success of this strategy depends on good weather, which Parker is willing to risk. Nona Lovelace, the office manager turned heavy equipment operator, uses the 73-ton D10 dozer to cut through the deep permafrost. The frozen ground makes mining difficult, but Nona's passion drives her to go. Nona thinks mining is fun since you can overcome obstacles like permafrost. Due of permafrost's harshness, the D10 dozer's blade peels up, stopping progress. Big Red's downtime is compounded by this setback, placing pressure on the team to fix it soon. Technician Smith and welder Dan Colon rush to repair the D10 dozer and restore service. Their efforts show the gravity of the situation, as every moment missed means